I just wanted to say that when it comes to that, I did my own soul searching, and I just think in terms of what I do, right? If I focus on learning and teaching people knowledge of things, then I don't think I can go wrong with that.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
And
So let's,
everything, yeah.
sorry, go for it.
No, everything we've been talking about, for example, the surgery example, the playing music example, it gets people thinking about these things that I think are ultimately good. So if you're thinking about good, you're not able to think about the dark side of things. And
Yeah.
because VR is still new to a lot of people, I sort of get there first, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I 100% agree with you. We have a little bit of time here, and I do want to dive into some of the 3D modeling
You know, 3D
aspects
modeling,
of.
3D modeling is an amazing technology that with the use of computers, right? Uh, when I started, it didn't exist as a technology, and it was pioneered by some people that are still alive, and some of them running companies, right? And that technology is really incredible. You can visualize something three-dimensional. Let's use Autocad as an example because it's sort of pioneering software, right? You can create parts for cars, for machines, and you can
Yeah.
visualize it because you can rotate it and you can alter the dimensions and you can literally create that with software. It was a revolutionary thing a few decades ago, but you're still seeing that on a two-dimensional screen, much like playing a three-dimensional game, which is not possible on a two-dimensional screen. It's interesting and fun, but that's different than being in the game through VR.
Right.
So
Right.
VR provides a visualization, virtual augmented reality, that is like putting you there,
So you
right? When you
fuse them together is what I'm picking up.
well, 3D modeling is an integral part of immersive content, right?
Yeah.
So if you're going to create a game, let's use a game as an example because a game sort of represents everything in VR, right? If you can create a game, you can create just about anything. Um, you're using objects that are three-dimensional, right?
Yeah.
So let's use as an example a game of a bow and an arrow, right? Which exists. It's very satisfying. You hold this bow and you pull the arrow back, and then you let it go, and then the arrow flies. So there's a lot of physics involved,
Yeah.
but physics is only one aspect. The other is that bow is a three-dimensional object, and when you turn your hand and you're looking at it from the other side, it really has to be three-dimensional. That's a different
Right.
type of design. So there's that. Everything that you bring into VR has to be designed three-dimensionally because that's the nature of virtual reality. That's different than, let's say, creating a logo in Photoshop, right? Or doing photography. But another aspect of 3D modeling is modeling things that are for a real product. In which case, you don't even need VR. Let's just say you could do that on using Autocad or other software, right? Autodesk or open source on a computer screen, which is what I'm
Yeah.
doing now. Now, you could potentially fuse the two, which is something that really interests me that I've been toying with, let's just say. Think of it as creating a store of products that you walk in, much like the Starbucks that I'm in, right?
Yeah.
Um, and imagine this is a real store with real products, and this is one of the products, okay? And you model that for your virtual store, but it's also a product that people see it and then they can order it and then it gets to their home,
Right.
right? So you're creating a model that will produce this product in real life and it's also used in VR at the same time. I think this is really the future of shopping, to be honest.
I don't doubt it. I mean, do you see the vast majority of companies using 3D modeling? I don't know, maybe between the next 2 to 5 years.
Well, 3D modeling is used in a lot of industries, so it's really an amazing investment that anybody could make, in my opinion. Because even with 3D modeling right now, a lot of what I'm doing is CAD modeling, right? That's what I'm doing. It's parametric, it's industrial, you could say. But there's an aspect of modeling, let's just say, that is, for example, the movie industry uses it heavily, right?
Hmm.
So when you watch a movie, let me think of a few movies, but most movies use heavy aspects of 3D modeling and VFX, right?
Yeah.
Think of it like Inception, right? You know, you watch that movie, they take the like a city or a city block, and then they lift it
Fold it
and they
over.
put it on top of it, and you have all the lighting that's involved with that. So
Yeah.
imagine that you're gonna do something like that, but you're not using computer software, right? You have to create an illusion that's pretty difficult to do. It can be done because it was done before computers, but today you can hire somebody that's really an expert with that kind of technology, and you substantially reduce the cost.
Yeah.
And what you can create is literally limitless, right?
Mind blowing.
Because
Yeah.
yeah, you can create, let's just say, background. You know, like we could talk about that, okay? Because we're not talking too much about movies, but the green screen is a pretty established method, right?
Yeah.
I'm recording you. There's this green screen behind you, and I'm gonna basically create a background behind you that is not there right now,
Mhm.
and that's gonna be done by computer
Yeah.
software, and it's gonna be anything that I want. Anything. It could
Yeah.
be. I could put you, let's just say, on another planet, even. Right.
Actually, that's how all my art covers for my songs are created.
Right.
Yeah.
So now that technology is being green screen is actually becoming obsolete.
Yeah.
Now they're using real screens that are using game engines, right, that are generating the background. So you as the actor can even see where you are
Right. Yeah, I've heard of that.
in real time.
Real
And then,
time.
and then those two are being recorded, let's just say in real time. It's really amazing. But where I'm going with that is that that's an application that uses 3D modeling skills, let's just say, that is even very outside of VR, and it's very pays very well. Somebody can go into that and go into the film industry with that, and they basically have work forever,
Right.
right? That pays really well. There's some Brazilians that I know that are really leading that down in LA.
All right, thanks for watching this clip from Appropriate Culture. If you want to watch the full episode, go ahead and check out us at appropriateculture.com. You can also check us out on social media platforms at Appropriate Culture. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one.